request everyone to kindly be seated. The ceremony will begin shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the 12th graduation ceremony of the Aga Khan Academy, Hyderabad. My name is Aira Farishta.
And my name is Arish Jivani.
We are honored to be your hosts for this evening's ceremony.
Before we begin, please be aware of some important housekeeping announcements. Kindly silence all electronic devices. Please remain seated until the ceremony concludes. Smoking is not permitted anywhere on the campus. The 4 glass doors to your left are emergency exits. Drinking water is available in the lobby and washrooms are available at the rear of the hall. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
We now invite our esteemed guests, Ms. Megan Blythe, Mr. Shiraz Vastani, and Dr. Jonathan Long, to kindly come up to the stage and take their seats on the dais.
The class of 2025 has grown through challenge and change, shaped by hard work, friendship, and discovery. This evening, we celebrate this important milestone with them.
We welcome them now, accompanied by their advisors who have guided them with care on this journey. Please remain seated and join us in applauding the graduating class as they enter.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to please rise for the national anthem. Thank you so much. Kindly be seated.
We would like to invite Dr. Long to deliver his welcome address.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Aga Khan Academy here in Hyderabad. This is a day of celebration. It's a milestone in the lives of these exceptional young people. I'd like to extend a very special welcome to our chief guest, President Megan Blight, President of Wesleyan College, and to Anjali Anand-Seth, the Associate Vice President, International Admissions and Strategic Advisor to the President at Wesleyan College. Thank you for being with us on this special occasion. Your presence affirms the valued relationship between our institutions, one that continues to transform young lives. President Blight is a dynamic leader, passionate advocate for education. She has revitalized Wesleyan's vision for the 21st century, and through bold fundraising, innovative programming, and community engagement, she continues to empower young women, nurturing ethical, globally minded young leaders. And that aligns so strongly with our own vision. We are also delighted to welcome Marva Headley, Early Childhood Development Coordinator for the Global Aga Khan Schools Network, joining us from our head office in Geneva. Today, the Aga Khan Schools comprise an astonishing network of 200 schools, more than 100 non-formal education centers, and 8 hostels across 11 countries in East Africa, South and Central Asia. It's also an enormous pleasure to welcome Mr. Shiraz Bastani, Chairman of the Board of the Aga Khan Education Services India, and also Mr. Fahad Merchant, Chief Executive Officer of AKESI. I also want to acknowledge with gratitude the presence of members of the Board of Directors of AKESI, Ms. Manisha Tejani and Mr. Noordin Danani, and other Aga Khan Development Network friends and colleagues, including representatives from the national and regional councils. Thank you for being here with us this evening. And of course, to the families of our graduates, this is a proud moment. It's a tribute to your love and encouragement over many years, and we celebrate this beautiful milestone together today. To our faculty and staff, your dedication in nurturing the potential in young people has been vital in developing tomorrow's leaders. Thank you for your commitment to a vision that inspires us. The vision of developing homegrown, ethical leaders with the skills and knowledge to transform society. A warm welcome to our alumni. It's wonderful to have you back. Your continued engagement is a powerful tribute to the enduring impact of an academy education. And to friends and well-wishers joining us all around the world this evening, whether in person or virtually, thank you for being part of this joyful occasion. Your presence enriches us. This evening, we honor our graduates, but also the collective effort of a community that believes deeply in the power of education to make a difference. Speaking in Maputo in June 2004, His late Highness Aga Khan IV said this: "The academies are a statement of great hope in the power of good education, an investment in the development of the best minds who will enable future generations to take charge of their own destinies. That hope is unleashed today in the class of 2025, their destinies shaped by the transformative power of the education they have received within these walls." I couldn't let you go this evening without another visual aid. I have in my hand a glass, and I have carefully counted 77 matchsticks into this glass, one for each of you. These are nothing more than fragile pieces of wood. They will snap between my fingers. In that sense, each of these is worthless, probably costs less than 2 rupees. But each piece of wood, one for each of you, represents the education you've received here. Because each of these simple, worthless sticks of wood has been coated with something remarkable, a mix of chemicals. Now, we've not coated you in a mix of chemicals, but we have allowed you to experience a set of values and beliefs. And your task is to take what you have been given in whatever walk of life, whether it's the arts, the sciences, the humanities, whatever field, medicine, engineering, architecture, development work. It's to take what you've been given and to strike a match, to strike a light. Because if you can take what you've been given and allow it to strike up against your passion, you have light, you have warmth. I can light another match with this. I can light a dark place. I can warm a cold environment. That's your task, young men and women, to take what you've been given and to do something with it, to strike it, and to use that fire that is your potential to make a difference. We believe in you. We believe in the education you've been given, and we charge you now to go out into the world as light in dark places, as warmth in cold places. That's the hope that we have for each of you, and our blessings go with you. It is now my great pleasure to invite our chairman, Mr. Shiraz Bastani, chairman of the board of Aga Khan Education Services India, to come to the podium to address us with his words. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Miss Megan Blight, President of Wesleyan College. Miss Anjali Anand Seth, Associate Vice President of the Wesleyan College. Shri D. Sridhar Babu, Honorable Minister of the Government of Telangana. Members of the Aga Khan Education Service India Board. Members of the faculty, esteemed parents, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Good evening. At the inauguration of the Aga Khan Academy, Hyderabad, in September 2013, at this very venue, His late Highness Aga Khan IV said, and I quote, "The ongoing objective in all of this work is to provide an outstanding education for outstanding students, to prepare men and women of exceptional ability to meet extraordinary challenges." He also mentioned AKDN's higher education offerings as part of an extended global campus where our students gain rich experiences, learning to think creatively about complex social and economic challenges, while also being steeped in a powerful ethic of service. Today, we gather to celebrate not only our graduates' academic accomplishments, but the immense potential they hold to contribute meaningfully to global societies, being at the forefront of positive change rooted in a strong ethical value system. Graduates, this is your day. You are an embodiment of the Academy's vision. As you strive to become future homegrown leaders who are equipped to contribute meaningfully to your communities and the wide world. With over 300 university acceptances across 14 countries, including 51 to QS top 100 universities, and $6.5 million plus US of scholarships, you have demonstrated your readiness to make a meaningful impact in the global world. Congratulations. Additionally, 6 members of the class of 2025 received the Academy's coveted Book of Excellence Award, an award that recognizes exceptional conduct in any aspect of school life. This is the highest number ever awarded to a graduating class. Once again, congratulations. You were recognized across a wide range of areas, from academic distinction and ethical leadership to artistic excellence, innovation, and service to others. I would also like to extend my immense gratitude to you, Jonathan, and the entire staff community of the Academy for your unwavering support and dedication, upholding the values and staying true to the vision. I am personally a witness to the various challenges that the team has faced over the past couple of years and how you have professionally tackled these challenges. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 3 long-serving staff members leave us this year. Ms. Srilata Kumar, our junior school principal, retires after more than 2 decades of dedicated service within the Aga Khan Development Network. Mr. Sudipta Roy, our IB Diploma Coordinator, and Mr. Suresh Madhavan, our Dean of Students, leave us after 12 years of service. Let us together thank them for their immense contribution to the Academy and to the success of this graduating class and many before and after. I would also like to extend our gratitude to President Blight and the Wesleyan College for the partnership that we have between our two organizations. Both the Academies and Wesleyan College share a deep commitment to developing ethical, compassionate, and intellectually empowered leaders. Young people who strive for personal success and are also inspired to contribute meaningfully to the well-being of their communities and the wider world. Like Wesleyan, the academies believe in educating the whole person. At the heart of both institutions lies a belief in the transformative power of education, not merely as a means of individual advancement, but as a force to make the world a better place. Thank you, President Blight. I would now like to take you back to a powerful message delivered by His late Highness the Aga Khan IV at the opening ceremony of the Aga Khan School in October 2002 in Osh, Kyrgyz Republic, which is central to the vision of the Aga Khan Academies, in which he said, and I quote, "What students know is therefore no longer the most important measure of an education. The true test is the ability of students and graduates to engage with what they do not know and to work out a solution. They must also be able to reach conclusions that constitute the basis for informed judgments. The ability to make judgments that are grounded in solid information and employ careful analysis should be one of the most important goals for any educational endeavor. As students develop this capability, they can begin to grapple with the most important and difficult step: to learn to place such judgments in an ethical framework." Graduates, we hope that you will apply all that you have learned at the Aga Khan Academy, Hyderabad, as you step out into the world. Your ability to think and do differently, using the Academy's framework that has been so beautifully articulated, will be the true test of success. Let me emulate your favorite Dr. Long by telling you a story, which I borrowed from Dr. Long. This is a story from the Native American Cherokee tradition about a chief who was teaching his grandson about life. He said, "A fight is going on inside me. It is a terrible fight, and it's between two wolves. One wolf is evil. He is anger, envy, greed, arrogance, lies, false pride, and ego. The other wolf is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, and truth. The same fight is going inside you," said the chief to his grandson, "and inside every other person." The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee chief simply replied, "The one you feed." Today, as you prepare to leave the academy and step into the wider world, you carry with you knowledge, friendships, experiences, and choices. Life will offer you chances to grow in compassion, courage, and leadership. But it also will test you with fear and skepticism. The question is, not whether these challenges will come, but which part you choose to feed. That choice is the beginning of wisdom and the hallmark of the kind of a leader the world needs. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. You are the spark that has the potential to light up the world, as Jonathan just showed by an experiment. Speak your mind, be the change, make a positive difference in the lives of those around you. Thank you, and God bless you always.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vastani.
It is our utmost privilege to introduce a member of the graduating class whose musical talent has brought distinction to our academy. Zania Ali is an accomplished pianist whose dedication to her craft has been recognized through numerous awards and performances across the country.
This evening, Zania presents Hans Zimmer's evocative interstellar theme, a piece that mirrors the journey of school itself, full of wonder, courage, and the unknown. As we mark this moment of transition, her performance invites us to pause, remember, and look ahead. Please invite Zania to the stage.
Thank you, Zania, for the absolutely mesmerizing performance. We would now like to request President Blight to address the graduating class.
Thank you. It was a tough act to follow. Parents, family, friends, Farhad, Shiraz, Dr. Long, my good friend Pragati, board members, faculty, staff, alums, and of course, our graduating students. It is my great honor to be here to speak to you at this special celebration of your accomplishments. I speak to you with humility and great admiration. And I want to acknowledge, though it's my voice that you're hearing through this microphone, I want to acknowledge the immense pride we all take in developing your voices. And that's the primary message I want to convey today. We often talk about finding our voice, but finding it assumes that we only find it once. And then we always have that one voice. But I want to challenge us to think differently about voice, and honestly, about ourselves as lifelong learners, works in progress, and leaders. I want us to focus on our different voices at different ages and stages, and the development of voice, the development of perspective, and corresponding response and reaction. In my teens, when I was sitting right where you are today, my voice may have been more unsure, shakier. My voice probably was very concerned with what others thought about me. But it was through many hard-lived experiences, generous mentorship, coaching, and feedback of others that my voice developed. It became more confident, more patient, although my husband may disagree with that, and paced. One of the greatest gifts that another can bestow on us is to believe in our own development and potential. I walked past a building under renovation the other day, and a big sign out front said, "Pardon our progress," because progress can be messy. It can be uncomfortable, and for some, it can take longer than we want, but it's still progress. And this is really what's at the crux of the growth mindset. It's the decision to never see ourselves as a finished product. It's the willingness to find our voice over and over again as we grow, we learn, and we adapt. It's the decision to be gracious with ourselves and see the beauty in the process and the progress. And listen, as a college president, I can tell you that's where colleges and college admissions, we've got it all wrong. We expect you to be a finished product, right? We ask you for incredibly high grades and test scores. We expect that you have volunteered and had leadership experiences and play an instrument and a sport and write beautifully and always be able to solve for X and interview well and have started your own social enterprise and I'm exhausted for you. We've got it all wrong. We're focusing on rewarding a finished product that should never be finished. We should be identifying and rewarding those who are interested in the journey, the iterative process that is life and learning and higher ed. We want you to be able to make mistakes and missteps because that is how you develop resistance and grow. And we need leaders who are resilient in the face of obstacles put in our path. I know your generation and our society are facing challenges unimaginable just 10 years ago. But I also know that because of the education and formative years that you have spent at this academy with these educators and administrators, that you're equal to those challenges. You will contribute to building a better world for yourselves, for your loved ones, and for all of our communities. Because in the end, life is really nothing more than a startup. In the beginning, we're the entrepreneurs of ourselves, iterating versions of ourselves as we learn more. We are provided more feedback, information, and mentorship. We fail fast, we iterate, we modify, and we use what we've learned to strengthen our voice. We become storytellers. Storytelling is, in fact, the most enduring skill. It's how you raise money, it's how you find a mate, it's how you get a job, and how you convince people to want to work with you. Our superpower as a species is cooperation. We need to persuade people to cooperate with us. Your life is your story, and knowing how to tell stories through refining your voice is like unlocking a treasure chest. So surround yourself with people, places, and institutions who help develop you, your voice, and story. It will be critical to your growth and development, and ultimately, your success. Because AI is actually creating more need for in-person presence. If everything is AI generated, every email, every pitch deck, everything is perfect, we will begin to just stop and not truly pay attention. And as a consequence, there will be more need for in-person relational business, a need for opportunities for storytelling and strong individual voice, which authenticates you and what you can contribute. Your unique and important achievement comes when you share your story in your voice. It is your greatest currency and the ultimate form of executive function. And research shows executive functioning skills are a bigger predictor and indicator of success than IQ scores and even socioeconomic status. Developing your executive function comes from learning that happiness is found in the journey, the process, and the progress, no matter how messy that progress is. And it turns out that the best way to stay happy is to find things in life that are more important than your own happiness. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but the truth is, I fear we have a generation of young people who think that the goal of life is their own personal happiness, but service is a better and more fulfilling goal. Learn how to be happy where you are, because much of life is lived in fluctuation, in the middle of things. Figuring out how to find happiness when you're bored or when things are hard is important. Finding joy in the ordinary versus the extraordinary is key to a life well lived. A lot of young people are searching for this impossible feeling of continuous excitement, but most of life is lived in the mundane. It's morning routines and work and family and service to others. The parties, the promotions, the big announcements and vacations, they are the exception, not the rule. So those who can find joy and beauty in moments and in the minutiae will ultimately find greater personal and professional satisfaction and happiness. Now, I should acknowledge that as parents and educators, we have contributed to this longing for non-stop happiness. We have contributed to creating a society fixed on these quick dopamine hits. We've gamified everything, the gamification of learning through ed tech, gamifying math and other subjects, not to allow boredom. We make everything these fun games and give rewards, which in turn trigger a quick dopamine rush of excitement. But when we take that dopamine away, everything is boring. There has been an end of absence in our lives, and absence and space allows for creativity, innovation, reflection, and consideration. We need to get back to focusing on activities that release slow dopamine in the brain, rather than the need for constant change and stimulation. And slow dopamine comes from working towards a goal that's measured and sustained. This is how executive function is built. Focusing on the basics and developing core competencies of executive function and decision-making, organizing, prioritizing, planning, starting and completing tasks, and being adaptable when things don't go as planned. These are the hallmarks of building grit and resilience. And these skills, the ones you have honed through your time at Aga Khan Academy here in Hyderabad, have prepared you to face and respond to the many challenges that await. It is through assuming difficult challenges and taking responsibility that maturity and individual voice will arise. Your character is made noble by sacrifice and the delay of gratification. People get what they want all the time, those fast dopamine hits, no boredom, no absence. Life itself will fall flat, and the superficiality of it all will be unsatisfactory. Happiness comes from having and reaching goals while serving others and thinking beyond yourself, and then developing new goals. So when you're considering your own life and where to spend your energy and time, I want you to think about 3 questions. What are you working on and why? Who are you spending your time with and why? And how well am I treating my body and why? Because you get so much further in life by being consistently reliable than you do by being occasionally extraordinary. So please show up every day with energy and the same energy and intensity, because every single thing you do matters. Even seemingly small things. Top performers show up for the small things just as much as they do for the big things. Because in the end, everyone seems to be jealous of what successful people have, but no one is jealous of how hard they worked for their achievements. People see the trophies, not the training ground. The adventure in your life will be found in the responsibility you take on. Let me say that again. The responsibility of your life, the adventure of your life will be found in the responsibility you take on. You must shoulder the work uphill because that's where the real meaning in your life will be derived from. But don't do it alone. Surround yourself with those people who will pour into you, who will develop you and your story and your voice, because we need you. We need you to be fully present and available to tackle the challenges ahead. Your voice will always grow, adapt, and change. And some days it will shake with nerves and fear, but do the hard stuff anyway. Sometimes others will attempt to silence your voice, but please speak up anyway. And sometimes your voice will be exactly what someone else needs for their own growth and development. So do share your story and your voice. It is your greatest currency. What I have said about telling your story applies to all human beings, but particularly vital for young people. So many constraints are still in place to silence and restrict youth, but those constraints only attempt to limit you as individuals from reaching your goals. Do not accept these artificial limitations, because it's your future and your voice which is needed the most, and society is crying out for change and for your generation of leaders to proudly embrace diversity and pluralism as core principles. So, to the Aga Khan Academy class of 2025, I salute and congratulate you on your accomplishments today and challenge you to lead boldly with optimism, empathy, kindness, and courage tomorrow. Congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, President Blight, for your inspiring words.
We now request Dr. Jonathan Long to present a token of appreciation to President Blight.
Thank you so much. The Student Representative Council plays an essential role in the Academy life, organizing events, supporting students, and giving voice to the student body.
This evening, our two student presidents, Danish Jivani and Meher Patel, will address their peers one last time as members of the class of 2025.
Good evening, everyone present here today. If you told my younger self that I'd be standing here today in a sari giving a graduation speech, she would have laughed, probably tripped over her shoelaces, and gone back to making time machines out of cardboard. Because back then, the future felt like a distant star, visible but unreachable. When I sat down to write the speech, I didn't know how to sum up these infinite memories we've made together. But then I remembered a quote by Rumi a friend sent me, and it just fit. It said, "As you start to walk the way appears." That one sentence encapsulated everything, because isn't that exactly what growing up at the academy felt like? We didn't know where we were going. There was no GPS to help us navigate who we were. But somehow, step by step, the path unfolded. We found our way by walking it. Strangely so, but this life-changing halt our lives have come to just for tonight reminds me of something I learned in my favorite physics class. the light cone of the universe, the diagram that maps out every moment of possibility in space-time. Everything and every decision that could have led us to this instant lies in the past cone. Every memory, right from IRCC practices to biryani after summer production, all of us are a product of this unfolding light collapsing to form our present. And ahead of us, stretching into the upper cone, is the future, infinite, uncertain, daunting, full of decisions and dreams. Each one of us is about to launch into this future, traveling at the speed of choice, carrying with us the momentum instilled by His late Highness's vision to nurture leaders that are culturally rooted and internationally minded. In all these plausible timelines and paths, our one and only constant, our force of gravity, and the place that made all this possible has been the academy. The school has been more than just a set of buildings. It's the space where we learned, tried, failed, and tried again. The place we couldn't stay far away from, even while being with our families during the holidays, where we would count down the days till we had to come back here again. They say in life we meet three kinds of people: those who come for a reason, those who stay for a season, and those who last us a lifetime. And I know without a doubt that the people we have met here at the Academy are the lifetime kind. The kind of people who showed up with backup pens before the exams, the people who stared across AB3 after the Math E assessment and just started laughing, and the people who played late-night indoor cricket in the common room with me. So we leave today not just with grades and certificates, but with a family brought together by 100 little moments that felt ordinary until now. Now, when that's all we have. So I want to thank you all for making this place and these memories my little universe. And before we step into the next unknown, I want to pause to thank the people who walked this path with us. To our beloved teachers and mentors, thank you for seeing potential when we couldn't, for pushing us when we got too comfortable, and for being a friend in front of whom we could fail safely, think bravely, and grow honestly. So what now? Well, just like in physics, there is only so much we can predict. The equations are elegant, but the chaos of the universe, that is our grade, surprises us. And maybe that's the best part, because the future doesn't come with instructions. There will be detours and there will be doubt, but also there will be moments that will remind you of who you are. And when that happens, remember this place, your home. Remember these people. Remember that you've already walked through uncertainty before and made something so beautiful out of it. So, as we step out of this place I never imagined leaving, walking into everything that comes next, hold on to the lessons, the laughter, and the loyalty we found here at the Academy. And above all, make good choices. Thank you.
Respected faculty, parents, donor, staff, distinguished, and the class of 2025. My name is Danish Jivani, and it is an honor and a responsibility to stand before you today. Since grade 7, a quote lived quietly on the wall beside my roommate's bed. No matter how much had changed, our rooms, our routines, the quote stayed, and it read, "There is no greater form of preparation for change than education." These words by our founder, His late Highness the Aga Khan, weren't just decoration. They were a quiet reminder of what we are. As we celebrate the journey of the class of 2025, I want to honor His Highness, a leader, a humanitarian, and the founder of this academy. Though he's no longer with us, his vision, his mission, and his legacy is everywhere we look. His dream was not just to educate, but to empower. And as we prepare to leave, I realize that we are a living proof of that dream. As I stand here today on the behalf of my graduating class, I would like to share 3 reflections, not advice, but lessons that this academy has inscribed into us. First, to whom much is given, much is expected. This quote was told to me by Dr. Long when I was first appointed as the Student Representative Council. At that time, I simply nodded. It sounded important, but standing here today, I understand it differently. I understand the full weight of it. As students of the academy, we have been given a world-class education, teachers who supported us and who saw our potential, and classmates who became family. Much is given to us. So what do we owe in return? We owe it to the world to create a positive change. Wherever we settle in the future, we must be the best version of ourselves and transform communities around us. Because our learning does not end here. It is rather the beginning of something bigger. Second, growth rarely feels like growth while it's happening. We often imagine success to be dramatic, like something that comes with a grand entry or applause. But more often, it is far quieter. It feels like failing a math test or losing an award even though you gave your best. When I first joined the academy 7 years ago, coming from Madagascar, I had a hard time because I was homesick and overwhelmed. I cried every night, wanting to go back home, and I wasn't alone. I remember those dorm nights with my batchmates, most of them sitting here today. We even joked about forming a homesick club, though no one wanted to be the president. And now here we are, sitting together, graduating. In the years ahead, challenges will come. That is certain. But it is through those struggles that we discover our strength and grow. As the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, what stands in the way becomes the way. And we should keep moving forward, no matter how tough the way gets. And finally, never forget this batch, the class of 2025. I know life will move on, we will be scattered around the globe, form new relationships, and be busy with our respective lives. But let's never let the bond fade into an inactive WhatsApp group. Because this place was not just our school, it is our foundation, where we laughed, struggled, supported each other, and became the best version of ourselves. So let's carry this unity forward, not simply out of nostalgia, but gratitude. In conclusion, let us just not leave this academy with memories, but with a mission to embody the cosmopolitan ethic His Highness so often spoke about in this fragmented world. An ethic rooted in empathy, respect, and our shared humanity. These values that were taught to us here are the ones we must carry forward. To our teachers, staff, and support team, thank you for being the force behind our growth. To our parents and guardians, thank you for believing in us even when we didn't. And to the class of 2025, we won't only be remembered for our grades or college acceptances. We will be remembered for how we treat people around us, how we rise when we fail, and how we honor the privilege of this place, and not merely with just words, but with action. So here's to the times that tested us, and the influences that carries us forward, to the unforgettable memories and bonds that sustained us, and to the future we now have the privilege and responsibility to shape. Class of 2025, congratulations.
Thank you so much, Meher and Danish.
We now invite Ms. Megha Saban, DP2 grade level leader, to begin the presentation of graduation certificates.
Respected Chief Guest, Ms. Megan Blight, distinguished guests, parents, faculty, staff, and friends, and the graduating class of 2025. As the DP2 grade level leader, it's my pleasure to inaugurate the presentation of graduation certificates to the class of 2025. I invite our chief guest, board chair, and our head of academy to present the graduation certificates. Members of the academy's senior leadership team will also be on stage to congratulate our graduates. The graduation certificates are distributed by advisor group. Each advisor will announce the names of their advisees. Our presentation of graduation certificate begins with Ms. Koyal's advisor group. Mr. Farhad Merchant, CEO of Aga Khan Education Service India, will be joining us on stage to extend his congratulations to the graduates.
Abhiram Donepude. Afshain Keshwani. Ali Maknojia. Harshit Reddy. Meher Patel. Mihika Dasgupta. Niranjan Suresh. Rehan Mulani. Ruhan Karthik. Venkat Shivanaga Siri Chandana Srikonda. Zania Ali.
Thank you, Ms. Koel. Thank you, Mr. Farhad. We now invite Ms. Pragati to introduce her advisory group as they receive graduation certificate. Accompanying us on stage will be our Deputy Head, Mr. Jeff.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations to the class of 2025. The first one to come up is Abhinav Chenamaneni. Congratulations, Abhinav. Advay Katragada. Congratulations, Advay. Akhila Katla. Aman Bhimani. Congratulations, Aman. Ashwini Kondagurlek. Congratulations, Ashwini. Bhavik Blessed Mamidala. Congratulations, Bhavik. Chamakura Swana Malvika. Congratulations, Swana. Praneeth Dolu. Congratulations, Praneeth. Ruhan Reddy. Congratulations, Rohan. Srinidhi Sharma. Congratulations, Tanisha Velani. Congratulations, Tanisha. And before I step down from the stage, a big thank you to Megan and Anjali for bringing Wesleyan to India, and especially to the Aga Khan schools. And a very happy birthday, Anjali.
Thank you, Ms. Pragati. Thank you, Mr. Jeff. Now to receive their graduation certificate is Mr. Sudeep's advisor group. Joining us on stage to extend his congratulations will be our Dean of Admissions, Mr. Arjun.
Congratulations, class of 2025. The first one to go is Anya Ganguly. Agastya Rangula. Akhil Vopaturi. Anupama Sadaram. Fayaz Samnani. Mahimamrita Reddy. Nehasmita Viramanchanani. Priyanshu Nandigama. Ronit Javani. Shivana Javani. Shyama Charan Brahmanapalli. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sudeep. Thank you, Mr. Arjun. Now it's time to invite Mr. Santosh to introduce his advisory group as they receive their graduation certificates. Our senior school principal, Mr. Christian, will be on stage to extend his congratulations to the graduates.
Adita Duddila Sripadarao. Congratulations, Adita. Anushka Naidu. Congratulations, Anushka. Aran Momin. Congratulations, Aran. Devansh Kolanu. Congratulations, Devansh. Janyush Domala. Congratulations, Janyush. Karthik Rochi Ramani. Congratulations, Karthik. Nirali Lakhani. Congratulations, Nirali. Shishira Kokilavai. Congratulations, Shishira. Sitara Reddy Gaddam. Congratulations, Sitara. Syed Kizer. Congratulations, Kizer. Congratulations to all my DP2 students. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santosh. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Now it's time to invite Ms. Chandray as she introduces her advisor group to us. Joining us on stage will be our Dean of Students, Mr. Suresh.
Congratulations, class of 2025. We start with Arik Hirani. Divya Jampa. Iza Isani. Mukara Sahas Rami Reddy. Rida Jivani. Ritvik Gadikota. Rayan Keshwani. S. Amrit. Sarina Mandani. Tanay Rawat. Yaksa Karovalia. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chandre. Thank you, Mr. Suresh. Now let's invite Mr. Tarun's advisory group to introduce his advisors and congratulate the graduates. Joining us will be Junior School Principal, Ms. Sri Lata.
Congratulations, class of 2025, and my wonderful advisees. I begin with Akshita Nimma. Alisha Nathani. Amey Shah. Danish Jivani. Hina Anish. Khushi Valiani. Mihka Murthy. Parth Karpe. Shritha Sataru. Swanik Kothapalli. Yashwant Kunijeti. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tarun. Thank you, Ms. Lata. Let's invite Mr. Peter to introduce his advisory group. Joining us on stage will be our DP coordinator, Mr. Shudipta Roy.
Evening, everybody. Really special congratulations to the class of 2025. You guys have so much to be proud of. It's awesome. And may I add special congratulations to the parents, the guardians, the families and friends that supported our students in their personal and academic growth. Now on to announcing the names of my awesome advisees. We're going to start with Arush Singh Reddy. Next is Harshini Yuvaraj. Next up, Jayanth Reddy. Kaisal Kamani. Karina Thakar. Next up is Manan Golati. Modriti Valabaneni. Then we'll have Nimit Gangani. Naisha Halani. Suhan Kalwani. Okay, and to round it off, Vaishali Akula. Class of 2025, you guys are awesome. Enjoy the rest of the evening and bask in the glory of your achievements. Well done.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. Thank you, Mr. Shudipta. Congratulations, young graduate. All the best for your future.
Thank you, Ms. Megha, and many congratulations to all the graduates.
We now invite Alisha Nathani, a graduate and executive board member of the Class of 2025 gift campaign, to speak about how this initiative supports access to an academy education for deserving students.
Good evening, fellow graduates of the class of 2025, respected teachers, parents, and distinguished guests. I am Alisha Nathani, and it is an honor to stand here this evening as a proud member of the Aga Khan Academy, Hyderabad. Having been part of this community for 6 years, I can confidently say that this institution has played a significant role in shaping who I am today. It has nurtured my academic growth, given me values to live by, and developed my sense of responsibility towards others. Over the years, I've had the privilege of engaging with this community in many ways, including as an intern with the External Affairs function. In this role, I have seen the profound impact that education can have, not just as a means to personal success, but as a force of transformation and equity in the society. As a member of the executive board of the 2025 Graduating Class Gift Campaign, I am proud to continue a legacy of giving back. This campaign, first initiated by the class of 2020, is more than just a tradition. It is a symbol of our shared commitment to expanding access to quality education for bright, passionate students from marginalized communities. As a graduating class, we believe that education is not a privilege for the few, but a right for all. It holds the power to uplift individuals, strengthen families, and empower communities. Through this campaign, we are planting seeds for a more just inclusive and a hopeful future. The Graduating Class Gift Campaign reflects the very ideals of ethical leadership we have embraced through the Aga Khan strands of ethics and pluralism. It is our way of affirming that we are not just graduates stepping out into the world. We are change makers, committed to leaving it better than we found it. To those who have already contributed to this initiative, thank you. Your generosity is already creating ripples of opportunity and hope. And to those considering supporting this cause, I encourage you to join us. Every contribution, no matter the size, holds the potential to change a life. I would also like to acknowledge and celebrate the dedication of my fellow executive board members and the current DP1 interns who have worked tirelessly to bring this campaign to life. Your commitment and passion has been inspiring. Please rise as I call your names. Coordinator, Nimit Nadir Gangani, Aman Ahmed Bhimani, Ashwini Kondar Gurle, Chamakura Swana Malvika, Harshit Reddy Yella, Karina Thakkar, Khushi Amin Valyani, Rehan Yasin Mulani, Sarina Mandani. Thank you for your contribution to this transformative effort. A special note of appreciation goes to Ms. Salima Virani for always being there for us. Your unwavering support and guidance have made a meaningful difference, and we sincerely value your continuous dedication. Let us carry forward the spirit of service and the belief that each of us has the power to make a difference. As His late Highness the Aga Khan IV rightly said, there are those who enter the world in wealth and security, and those who do so in poverty and insecurity. The ultimate test of a moral society is how it responds to those needs. May we carry that belief with us as global citizens, committed to a legacy of compassion, courage, and change. Let's be that group, let's be that change. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
To bring our ceremony to a close, we would now like to invite Mr. Christian to offer some final reflections.
Distinguished guests, parents, guardians, colleagues, and above all, graduates. On a day like this, I can't help remembering Khalil Gibran's statement that children are like arrows and parents are like bows. It's time to let go, which feels scary. It's time to take off, which can equally feel scary and insecure. Reflecting on a short time with you, I'm confident that the education you received here at the Academy, whether we're here for 2 years or 7 or 12, the education you received here will give you uplift, will give you the aerodynamics as arrows reaching out into the world to fly further, to fly closer to where you want to be. But don't forget, it was your parents, your families who sent you off on this journey. You are continuing your family's journeys. What a great responsibility. As students, you have demonstrated that there is more in you than you initially believed. That's most encouraging to see. As students, you demonstrated a profound sense of care. Parents, the students even gave up their diploma student lounge to give the teachers a better workspace. Generations of teachers will thank you for that. You have, as Dr. Long put it earlier today, been equipped with insights, profound knowledge, budding wisdom. Go out, light the path, bring warmth, show care, collaborate, and develop all the other superpowers you have in you. Because I know, despite you have discovered so much about yourself already, there is more to come. Sitting here today, seeing you and your parents, your guardians, I recognize you as success stories, and I know there is much more to come. Good luck with that. And seeing you I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude for everything that has been achieved by teachers, administrators, guests, everyone in the wider organization. So many things came together to make happen what culminated today. And above all, it's your parents, your guardians we need to think of as well. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Christian, for your thoughtful words.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brings our ceremony to a close. Thank you so much for being part of this special occasion. We are confident that the class of 2025 will go on to embody the vision of His late Highness Aga Khan as ethical leaders and wise global citizens.
Before we proceed for the recessional, we would like to make a few announcements. Unfortunately, since it is raining outside, dinner is now being served in Commons. Additionally, snapbot arrangements have been made in the Commons corridor. We hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Now, please rise for the recessional of the class of 2025. Let us give them one final resounding round of applause.
Shile